Hey, welcome to Greenlight. So today we're talking about Blu-ray Tuesday movies that are out. It's also Prime Day today, so I'll mention a little bit about that. We could talk about really quick about the deals. I'm looking to jump on one of those deals as well. My son's room is getting an overhaul, so we're moving all his toys around and stuff. It's his birthday, so he's got a lot of 4-year-old gifts and like a big car and all that stuff. So let's get started right now. There's a lot of movies to get through this week, a lot of brand new movies to get through this week. So let's get started. Okay, so all right, so we're gonna start on some Blu-rays today. We got a couple announcements actually to let everybody know. I've got 2 Blu-rays I still haven't opened yet that I'm going to do unboxings for that I have said for last week. I'm looking to do Silence first. A lot of people don't know about this film. This is, I would say, kind of like spiritual type of film about religion, having Christ in your life and everything. It's called Silence. Is done by Martin Scorsese, who's one of, I believe they're like a Catholic church too, but it's about spiritualism and everything like that and religion in another country, and it's really, really, really good, and we'll talk about that a little bit more when I unbox this film and how hard it was for Martin Scorsese to get it made. And then I have The Lighthouse as well, which will also be an unboxing here that I will do, and that's a much newer film with Robert Pattinson, and you got Willem Dafoe in here as well. And these are really good movies. Lighthouse actually got me feeling like Robert Pattinson could do a good Bruce Wayne, a good Batman, and stuff like that. He's good at dealing with turmoil, it seems like, when it comes to these films. So we do a lot of unboxing movies here, and every time I do an unboxing, I do a giveaway of their movie codes as well, and that's what's going to end up happening with the Prime deals as well, which I'll announce later on this week when I unbox those films. So subscribe. We do Blu-ray every week. We do a Blu-ray release a video just like this one, where I do announcements, and I do announce people in the live chat as well. I'll give you a shout out, and many other things like filmmaking stuff as well. So explore around the channel if you like. This week we have our first film this week, and it's going to be El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, and it's El Camino is the car. My bad, didn't mean to press the intro again on there. I meant to fade out into this one, but this is the steelbook case, the exclusive steelbook case that's out on Amazon right now, and I would believe it's at Best Buy as well, but this is an exclusive steelbook case for the film, the Breaking Bad movie El Camino. I've seen the movie. It premiered on Netflix. They also had little behind the scenes documentary thing with it, but we're going to look at the back end here of this Blu-ray releasing as well, and talk about the back end of it. So I got courtesy of it's actually courtesy of this guy on it's All About Saul, a bunch of underscores in between each word, All About Saul Instagram, and I'll show you here. This is the back end of the slip, the kind of covering that when you purchase this film that you see first in the back end of it, and then I'll show you what the rest of like the back of the steelbook case looks like. But we're going to talk about the special features, because this is something we focus on here on this channel heavily, and I really enjoyed this film. I'm a Breaking Bad fan. I enjoyed all 5 seasons, and I feel like they did perfect with that show, with that series. Is they did 5 seasons and ended it there. I know there's a Better Call Saul show, but I'm not really privy to it. I haven't watched it a lot. I think I watched the first couple episodes, and kind of lost interest a little bit in it. But I'm a fan of Vince Gilligan actually as a filmmaker. I realized over time I'm starting to get into the X-Files right now, and since he's an executive producer and a showrunner, meaning he's also been a part of creating some of the episodes too for the X-Files, I see where he gets his mystery and his sense of storytelling from. He really is very strong, and he keeps it very mysterious, and that's what I love about this film. This movie, it holds up on its own as a movie on its own, and kind of gives you a little bit of kind of this mysterious thing about Breaking Bad in general. So if you do go back into the show having watched this movie, it'd be kind of cool. It's like you go into a prelude with the show, and the show is amazing. 5 seasons. I've gone through it way too quickly, and I believe the 3rd season had started when I just started the show. So I was in it from the 3rd season on all the way on to the 5th season. And now with this show, with this movie is phenomenal. And like I said, it holds up on its own, and it has this kind of lone gunman type of thing, this Western style going on throughout the series all the way onto this movie, and it comes off like really strong here in this film. And Vince Gilligan with his visuals and storytelling sensibility. I hope he comes out with another feature film. I wouldn't say something like this, but something very strong. I really enjoyed X-Files, and I'm still enjoying X-Files. I'm past the 5th season on this one, starting the 6th season. And I just did something with this one. At the end of the 5th season of X-Files, I went on to watching Fight the Future, which is the first kind of piece that I've seen of X-Files. So I watched the movie first when I was younger, and I had seen the show here sporadically, but it's kind of a creepy show when you're a little kid, watching it at midnight when they're doing reruns of it. But this movie here and this show is phenomenal, and Vince Gilligan is one of the greater filmmakers and storytellers out there. So I really highly expect these special features to be jam-packed with information for all of you filmmakers out there. So we're going to go through them real quick. So audio commentary with Vince Gilligan and Aaron Paul, who's the actor, the main character here in this film. And then we have the super commentary, an ensemble of audio commentaries featuring 46 members of the cast and crew, because they're all fans of the show. Everybody that's in this movie that are involved in this movie have all come back from the series. People that they love working with, that they brought back for this movie, and like maybe the 46 other members are people that are really like huge fans of the series that are part of the movie itself. So that's exciting to see different views on how they approached this film and how they approached making this kind of its own feature film. Excuse me while I drink some coffee. Because now we're going to get in like the meat and potatoes here. We're going to kind of get into the cream of the crop when it comes to special features, and that's making of El Camino. Whenever they say making of, usually, or making or something like that, usually it's not more than like 20-30 minutes. Sometimes they approach to 40 minutes. So I'm really hoping here, and I'm looking to purchase this film down the line here. I was going to get it now, but since there's the Prime deals, I kind of want to jump on these Prime deals real quick and wait till this kind of drops a little bit in price. But I love this film, and it's a purchase that I really highly recommend for any fan of the series and fan of filmmaking in general, especially like film noir and stuff like that. So that's what I'm expecting a lot in this making of, is to learn a little bit more than what I had seen on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, you could find the making of this film on there. So I'm expecting them to just kind of put that in there, since it's just saying making El Camino. So I'm thinking this is what it is. It's probably the 20-30 minute version of that. Moving on, then I see deleted scenes and extended scenes, and And whenever I talk about deleted scenes and extended scenes, I'm always saying about whatever ends up in the chopping block at the end of the production. So that's another way of having another draft of your screenplay, and that's a good way of looking at it, is that by the time you do edit your film and have that all done, that's another draft of your film, because pacing and everything is totally different than what you may have thought out on page, or things just worked out a certain way with certain scenes, so certain scenes are a little bit different. So the film is just all around different once you get into the editing stage. So it's good to see what doesn't end up in the final film and what doesn't propel the story forward, which is the words that I try to use a lot. And that's the main goal that you want in any film, is when you're creating the film, having written the script, is you want to make sure that every scene propels the movie forward. If you got to cut a scene in half just to leave some element of mystery or something like that, I think sometimes it's best to do that. So look out for that as well when you're like doing your screenplay and stuff. But this is good to learn from these professionals and watch these type of special features, so you get a reference. It's you don't get a lot of guidelines in filmmaking and trying to get into making your own films and everything like that. I think, the special features and everything, it's a great guideline, and it helps you kind of piece things in together. So things you learn in film school, encompassing with all this footage and all these materials and everything like that, helps you connect the dots and how to create a film and how it works. So having said about that, about deleted scenes, then 3-scene studies with director Vince Gilligan. Even better, you see, so you get Vince Gilligan's point of view of each scene and how to break down each scene from a director's point of view, from a storytelling standpoint. And there's probably other things too they can introduce here, like props or set dressing or something that comes into play with the story. So that's something you definitely should expect in these things and look for when it comes to these type of special features. The next thing I see is promotional material. Promotional material is something that I feel like it's a hurdle that I'm getting through now as an artist. Once you get past the whole making of a film and everything, trying to get it out there is a whole nother animal, and it tells a whole nother story on its own too. So maybe putting too much out is not so good. Sometimes holding back helps. It adds like a element of mystery, but sometimes giving a little more, especially around the time the film's coming out, you can see that they start to give more of the story in trailers, in TV spots, and whatever it is, the promotion material they may have here. So expect that there, and that's good to learn from that. And so you know that I'm learning from that right now as well, and looking into that a lot and just paying attention to it. And then it says and more. So that's exciting, because then they'll probably have like production stills and stuff like that. And production stills are good to see, and it's a still image, and a picture's worth 1,000 words. Nowadays with technology, it's tough to, people don't really say that, I feel like, enough, that pictures are worth 1,000 words, and they say a lot. So with a picture of behind the scenes, you can see where they set up their lights and set up the cameras and everything like that. So it's very good to see that. But the making of this thing is really, really good. If you don't have Netflix, this is great if you're going to purchase this film. Now, if you're ready, I'm going to show you what it looks like without the paper slip that hangs out in the back that we're looking at now. And when we take that off and take all the plastic off, you see the back end of the steel bookcase, and this is what's in the back end. And the front is all the green with the front end that I had shown already. So this is the back end of that, with naked without the paper and the plastic. So very, very cool. I'm excited about the steel bookcase myself and looking into purchasing it. So let me know in the comments down below if this is something that's interesting to you, if it interests you for me to purchase this film, and hopefully, and I believe it comes with a digital copy as well. So I will include that in the unboxing. I think it comes with a digital copy. It says DVD, so it may not come with a digital copy. So I guess not too bad. So let me know in the comments down below if you know whether or not it does come with one or not, and if I should do an unboxing for it, if you're looking forward to that. So we'll move on to our next Our next film. Okay, so this is quite interesting. So this is I always do these type of like DC animated movies and stuff like that. Well, this one here is a DC showcase animated shorts. So Batman: Death in the Family. So I guess they may have broken down the story of Robin dying in this film, and broken it down into an interactive movie. So you could kind of go in different routes, I'm guessing, and kind of like on Netflix, you can take different story routes. Excuse me. If you ever watched Bandersnatch in I think it was Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. It was a film for Black Mirror, and Black Mirror is kind of like a Twilight Zone. I wouldn't say like an X-File or anything like that, but more like a Twilight Zone type of thing. Every episode is different. You have a different main character in every episode. So this show kind of does that, and they did something where you can kind of choose where the story goes. In Bandersnatch, I didn't let that happen on Netflix. I just kind of let it play the way the filmmakers wanted it to play out. But that's quite interesting, and I've thought about looking back and trying to do different versions and seeing how, because it does rearrange everything and it changes the whole storyline, and you do different storylines. So I thought the film was good on its own, but this is really cool, being able to do that in a comic book world. So let me know in the comments below if this is interesting to you, if you've heard about Batman Death in the Family, if you've heard the story. I try to do a lot of like DC stuff here. I feel like there's not a lot of DC fans out, and I'm just making it know that I'm a huge DC fan. So I want everybody to know that this is out, and let me know in the comments below if you're looking to purchase it. I don't have a back end here for this. I believe the whole filmmaking aspect of this that you can learn is definitely in the storytelling and having different outcomes happening, and how much it changes everything. Just by changing one little thing, it'll have like a domino effect throughout your film, and only writers understand that, writers and filmmakers, and writers in books too, and storytellers in general. Even if you're writing a story for a game, a lot of these games are really good, and it's tough because you never know where they're gonna go, and you kind of have to guide characters and stuff. So that's another animal. So we're gonna move on to our next film, and our next film is quite exciting. It's a new film that's out. It's called The Doorman. I believe it's released by Lionsgate, and it reminds me a lot of Leo the Professional. We have Jean Reno, I think that's how you say his name, and Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose is the new Batwoman, actually. She was a part of the Batman series, and I believe they canceled it, but she's, from what I hear, pretty badass and like this whole thing. And she was in John Wick Part 2, I believe, and then I think she shows in Part 3 as well. So she's got a lot of background in fighting and action and everything like that. So this is going to be really cool. I believe it takes place in New York, and for me, anything that takes place in New York with this guy, the Professional, Leo the Professional here, kind of throws back on that. So I believe they're trying to give a little bit of a throwback on that movie with the trailer, more of like a shout out and stuff like that. It seems to be those type of things when it comes to action films. And that's kind of what me and my wife were talking about last night with a certain film that we were watching. And we watched Speed, and then we watched a more recent action film that tried to do that type of action movie trope. And sometimes it's tough with newer films to do that. If you don't know what kind of film you are, you kind of lose track, and it really, you lose your audience there with the whole story and everything. So you make it not confusing, but confusing in the fact of the film is confused whether or not it knows what kind of movie it is, and that's very frustrating to an audience. So just putting it out there, not that this is what this film is like, The Doorman, but just putting it out there and something to learn from. But this film's out now, so let me know in the comments below if you have seen it, if you liked it. I like the trailer, it's interesting, and I would check it out. So we're going to move on to our next film, and our next film is Cats and Dogs 3, Paws Unite. So me, my wife, and my mother-in-law and my son, we watched this sporadically throughout the day. But Logan enjoyed this a lot more than we expected. This film is pretty interesting what they do with the 3D effects, and they make it kind of fun. I was kind of surprised a little bit with the story too, because we've seen the first two, and I enjoyed the first one as a child a lot. It's been many years since the first film, and the first film has a lot of like classic uses of fake dogs and fake cats and stuff like that. This one has a quite animated type approach to it, which is cool. And the 3D was catching up, I feel like, even in lower budget films. So it worked well for this one, I feel like. And I feel like all three of them kind of match up pretty well. Sometimes there's some movies that just kind of go a little too out there and they look too like you can tell how they made the film. This one's kind of funny what they do with the paws, the hands, and stuff like that. Even at the end, they know that they're using an old school trope with the hands and stuff with the paws, and it's really interesting to check it out. Even as a filmmaker, if you can see in between the lines and see how they made that, then it's exciting to check out. So we're gonna move on to our next film. I'm sorry, baby. Our son has a Paw Patrol Audi R8. That's really what it is. It's an Audi R8, baby, just so you know. It's an Audi R8 Paw Patrol, I guess police type vehicle or racing type vehicle. But it's a Paw Patrol car, so he's excited. He's happy. He drives that around the house, and now that he has little race cars too. And we could take it outside later, babe. I'm almost done here. So it's a lot of Blu-rays. So that's the Cats and Dogs Part 3 movie. My wife enjoyed it a little bit. She was just surprised that our son enjoyed anything that's not animated. But this is quite animated in the whole grand scheme of like a live action movie. In the beginning is a little tough to get into because you got your main characters. But once it gets into the dogs and everything and the cat, getting into the whole world of the spy world, he jumps right into it with no problem. And he's only 4 now. He just turned 4. So just letting all the family and the parents know that this is a good one for you to check out. So I'm gonna move on here to this movie called I'm gonna do a complete 360, and we're gonna go into, I guess, a horror film. It's called Broil. I believe I'm saying that right. Broil, yeah. Cutting family ties can be deadly. So this is a horror film out for this is October. So my son's birthday is officially tomorrow on the 14th. So Halloween is not until like the 30th, later on at the end of this month. But there's a bunch of Halloween films and horror films coming out, independent horror films. So for all of you horror lovers, this is something to check out. That's out today for this month. So I'm going to move on because we don't have a back end for this one, and we got a lot more independent films to go through really quick. And we have this independent drama film called Crescendo. And I know that from, it's funny, from Little Einsteins, my son used to watch a lot. And they used to say crescendo, and I know that's something musically, at least about classical music. And let me know in the comments down below if you know a little bit more of what crescendo means exactly. I can't say at this moment, but I know it's like an action or something, probably at the end, maybe, or something. I could be wrong. It says #make music not war. So this is probably have to do with just people, which is something to do with every film. Every film has to do with people. And being able to deal with each other, and not even deal with each other, like just have more understanding with each other, and just understanding of one another in life. And that's what's always a lot of these drama films are always about in general. I'm not saying that this is what this movie is about. I didn't check out the trailer on this one, kind of missed it. But check it out. It's out today. We got a couple more movies to go through, a good amount, and the next one's not so PG, I would say. Like parental guidance, I would say, in this next one. So, move on to our next Blu-ray release, and it's called Weedjies, which is like a Ouija, like the Ouija board, but with marijuana, which is the weed word. So it's a marijuana horror film. So that's out today for all of you to check this out today on Blu-ray. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen this movie, if there's anything to learn on filmmaking. Usually when it comes to lower budget horror films, especially these kind of cult classic type films. Like there's a whole cult classic world of marijuana horror films. So I believe that's what this has something to do with that. So with that being said, we're going to move on to our next independent film, and I believe this is a Gravitas venture film here, We the Kings. So check it out. This is also out today. Everything I talk about here has an IMDb link in the description below. All these films, I've got a couple re-release films too at the end of this that I don't have descriptions down below for IMDb. Let me know if you do want it, and I'll include it, and I'll send it to you probably in the comments. But I didn't put it in there because they're re-releases and you can kind of check them out. They're famous films. But all these other films here that you don't know anything about, I definitely have links in the description below for you. They're IMDb links. So check it out. This film's out today, We the Kings. And let me know if you're going to check out this film, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. So I'm going to move on to the next one, Criminal Audition. So this looks more of like a horror action film, I guess. There's a bunch of knives and axes coming out of this gun here with all these people's faces. So let me know in the comments below if you've heard of this movie and you're looking to check it out. It looks quite exciting, and so did the trailer, actually. So it's out, and like I said, there's IMDb links in the description below. And we have another feature film here, and this is an independent, I believe, a drama. The Short History of the Long Road. This one looked pretty good, actually, in the trailer. So check it out. If you like a good drama, good independent drama, this would be a good one to check out. And let me know in the comments below if you've seen it. It looks like it's gone through a lot of festivals, too. So check it out. And a very interesting film. I'm in this type of world where I'm in the micro-budget film world. I'm not saying this is micro-budget. This definitely has more of a budget than I have. I've had in my films, but it's gone through a lot of film festivals, like my documentary has recently. So shout-outs to them for that, and that's a hard mountain to cross over and get through that and get to a Blu-ray release. One thing that I'm always trying to do now is step it up and eventually get into Blu-rays as well. So shout outs to them for that. So we're going to move on to the next one, which probably was hard for them to, like any film, to get into any type of releasing or get a releasing. And this is Killer Weekend. So to get any type of distribution is tough. Most of my distribution right now goes through Amazon Prime, and hopefully some more in the future. You want to say hello, Logan? So this is Killer Weekend. This is out now on Blu-ray. This is a horror film, so check it out. Hello. Say hello.
Come on, baby.
You say you're 4 years old? How old are you? It's okay. How old are you? You say hello already. Yeah. Can you say, I'm 4 years old today?
I'm 4 years old.
Yeah, tomorrow you're 4 years old officially. Okay? Go ahead. Go. Go help mommy. Go help with your toys. Thank you for that. So, the Killer Weekend is in the description below. There's IMDb links for you to check out this trailer as well. And we have a couple of documentaries here now. The Dog Doc is the next thing now. And this is, it's gone through a lot of film festivals too as well. And it's a documentary about a doctor. I guess he's a veterinarian that specializes in dogs and canines. So this is probably really quite educational. I think it's a clever cover. I think it's really cool. So check it out. It's out on Blu-ray today. Let me know in the comments below if you learned anything from that, or you think that it's a really good documentary too as well. So let me know in the description down below. Let me know in the comments down below, but in the description you can check out the IMDb link and check out the trailer for this as well, like I have. And we're going to move on to our next one, which is our last new release for this week, and it's Kings of Indiana. This is about, I guess, basketball kings and people into basketball a lot, and it's a basketball documentary. So very cool, a sports documentary. So check it out in the description below. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So, and then we got a couple more left of some re-releases here to talk about. So we got a 4K Steelbook releasing of District 9. District 9 is one of my favorite sci-fi films, and it came from nothing into from obscurity into something. This man Neil Blomkamp impressed Peter Jackson with one of his little short films of District 9, which is huge and very inspirational to most filmmakers. If people don't talk about that much now, I am, so I'm letting you know here. That's the point of this channel. So this is very inspirational into that. But he was supposed to go on and make a whole nother movie. I believe they were supposed to make the Halo movie too at some point, and they had all the pre-production engine going, and everything was flowing and everything like that. So basically, they had to shut down production and move into something else. So Neil Blomkamp's producer basically gave Neil Blomkamp like another life in the production, and was like, hey, we should do District 9 into a feature film and turn your short film into a feature film, since we have everybody going with that. So I love this film for that, and I love it's a run and gun type of feel in the film too. It's very strong in the storytelling in it, and it really sticks to, once it starts with the documentary and it moves on, it has a very interesting flow in how they get into more of the feature film aspect of it, the other half of the film, and then bringing it back towards the end a little bit. It was quite a poetic type thing. It was well spread out, and that's what I'm talking about. When you know what type of film you're trying to make, it comes across very well, and especially in a film like this, is very tough to make like that. Go from a documentary into more of a natural movie film, and then have that both playing off each other, and have this documentary type of editing over it is amazing. So for them to even get through that, having gone through the first part of another production for another film, and then just picking up where they left off and getting this movie going instead, was great. I mean, I'm a huge advocate when it comes to any kind of original storytelling, any kind of original film. So this is a great film to check out for any filmmaker, inspiring filmmakers too. So it has a great film story behind it, a film story behind it. So yeah, a filmmaking story behind it. And our next one does as well, at least for me as well. So the next one here is, it looks like it's a 2-disc box set of Mallrats. One of my favorite filmmakers is Kevin Smith, and like most independent filmmakers, we all know who Kevin Smith is. We know who Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez are. Them three have shown up in American pop culture filmmaking very heavily on making their own films in the 90s and getting them into film festivals and knocking it out of the park. So they did that, and what I love about them is like they really shown what you can do and what the power of storytelling can do without having a whole big engine behind you, and this is where they had started, and you got to start somewhere. So what I love about Mallrats was basically Clerks Part 2 in a sense. It gave Kevin Smith a huge budget, a more studio budget from Universal Studios, and they banked on him because they wanted a similar comedy but a little bit more commercial when it comes to Clerks. And Clerks was more of a, I would say like a dramedy. In a sense, at least the first one. It's a black and white independent film about a man working as a clerk in like a quick stop type of quick mart type thing, and with him working there and not knowing where he wants to go in life, that's a huge American trope where in storytelling, especially coming out of college and not knowing where to go from in life and where to go in the world and stuff like that. So Kevin Smith is a great filmmaker to go through for any filmmaker that's trying to find his way to as well. I've watched all his films in high school and gone through all of it. I still have my Clerks X anniversary, which is the 10th anniversary edition of the DVD box set, and I love that. And ever since I bought that, it really helped me understand that filmmakers go through what they go through, especially in the beginning, having come through filmmaking, film school, and everything like that, and then going in through the studio system, now going into this. So I'm expecting that in this special feature, like a special edition for Mallrats here, we're getting more of that and more of a documentary from that. So let me see, since this is the last one, I'm going to try to zoom in to the discs here. So I'm going to zoom in here. So you see here on the bottom it says theatrical cut, and you got an extended cut, which I've seen before already on a DVD, and then you got it on a DVD, and then you got a TV cut as well. So they have taken out all the cursings and all that stuff. When you take all that out of a Kevin Smith movie, it really it looks like it's kind of cartoony and stuff like that. Stan Lee's in it, and I guess you could watch it around your teenagers. It's more of PG-13, it feels like, once you do that. So I love this film for that, and for its type of feel with friends and things like that, and just kicking it up at a spot or something and making a film about that. So I thought that was always quite interesting, and you can always make a film basically about anything as long as you know your story about your humans, because it's all a human story really when it comes to feature filmmaking. So with all that being said, I'm checking here on the lives here. And I'm checking here on the lives. I don't see anybody here on the lives chat. So shout outs to all of you for checking out this video today. And let me know in the comments below if you're looking forward to the unboxings and everything like that. This Friday, I should have Silence out, as well as next week Friday I should have the unboxing for the Lighthouse, and we'll do a giveaway for both of these. So stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like this video, and I'll see you here on Friday when we do these unboxings and giveaways and stuff like that. So let me know in the comments down below which film you're going to purchase this week. And you know what? Actually, almost forgot to show you the Prime deals actually in here. Almost got away from that, because I'm planning on also real quick, because everybody is out in the pool. I'll probably do an unboxing real fast after this, so I could have it for you guys Friday. Let's see, window capture here. Yeah. And then Amazon. Here we go. Alright, so I can quickly do this here. Show you all the deals. Fade in here. Alright, so it showed up. So sweet. So today is the Prime deals. So far, I believe I'm still live here. We're about 38 minutes in. So that's good. Usually last week's episode was like 30 minutes. And we're closing on to 40, which is nice. So I'm going to go through here and we're going to scroll around. So they have a bunch of deals, obviously. as you can see with the Prime Day deals, and then they have, you can shop by categories, and then the bottom somewhere here they had like more like the percentage prices. I don't see it here, but there was like a percentage price. I guess it went away when I refreshed the page, but it was like 40% off to, like, some of them would be 40% off. But as you can see here, there's categories: DVDs under $5, under $10, under $15 TV shows and warehouse stuff. And they even have like deals for a lot of these like box sets and stuff like that. I see some TV ones that I would check out, the top movies and things like that. Let's see these details for this one real quick, and we'll do that because it's pertaining to movies. I try to stick to movies because that's really what I'm really into, as far as like I'm even in creating that as well. Bless you, baby. I heard that. This is cool right here. This Mad Max High Octane collection, and this seems to be like the whole collection type of stuff. I would love to be able to do that one day. Look at this, $11.99, the Mummy Ultimate Collection on Blu-ray. That's amazing. It has a digital copy for that one as well. I might jump on this Bumblebee thing because I was looking at their deals for 2 for $30, which is 2 for $30 for the 4K, and I would buy Bumblebee and then maybe the 1989 Batman, the Tim Burton Batman, on 4K, and both of them would be on 4K, and it'd be 2 for $30, and then I could do an unboxing on that one. But this is really cool with the Transformers. I mean, I'm a fan. I enjoy the Transformers, and I enjoy Michael Bay movies just on an enjoyment of just spectacle. There's really not a lot of storytelling there, and most filmmakers would really attack Michael Bay hardcore, but I did really enjoy Bumblebee. I thought Bumblebee was a great start to a new line of the Transformers franchise. So I think this could be one to purchase just because I could get this for my son, and my son could get into this very quickly when it comes to Bumblebee, and that could be a family movie for us. So I think I might end up doing that. That seems like a really perfect buy for us as a family. I really like this Godfather one too for $19.99. And then I was also looking into this Spider-Man, which is Spider-Man Homecoming, because my son enjoyed Spider-Man Homecoming, and then he really enjoyed that, as well as Far From Home. I hadn't seen that, so he hadn't seen that as well either. So I still have to see Far From Home myself. So I've thought of that. That's a good price for that, $14.99, and then $22.99 for all 5 Jurassic Park movies, including Jurassic World. I wonder if this also has. We'll click on it. I wonder if it also has Fallen Kingdom. I think it probably does have that Fallen Kingdom movie, but I already have Fallen Kingdom. So that's tough. Yeah, it does have Fallen Kingdom in here. So I couldn't purchase this. I would have to get a different version, which is just the first 4 movies, which I've seen on here that are on sale as well. So really, let me know in the comments down below if you're going on this Prime Day deals, and if this is something that interests you, and this is something that you're looking to do. I'd love to know what kind of films you purchased on this Prime Day, and let me know in the comments down below. Again, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know more about these type of videos, about Blu-rays, and we'll talk about filmmaking stuff all around these Blu-rays. I'm a fan of these movies, but I'm more of a filmmaker fan of these films. So I know obviously a lot of them behind the scenes and things like that, so I love talking about it. That's what I love about these unboxings. I can go a little bit more in depth on what they make me feel as a filmmaker, as a fan of these stories. So let me know in the comments down below all these things. Hit the like button, notification bell, and I'll see you here